welcome back to Ginny's, and I'm Ginny, and I made the snowman, the fondant snowman recently, the Terrace Chocolate Orange one, and people have asked me loads, what do I use if I don't like Terrace Chocolate Orange? And funnily there are some people that don't like Terrace Chocolate Orange. So I came up with this idea. So I've used my moulds here that I use for the hot chocolate bombs and the other chocolates, and I decided to put chocolate biscuit cake inside, but not just normal chocolate biscuit cake. We are going to fill this with whatever you want to put in it. So we're going to flavour these in completely different ways. It is completely up to you and what the flavour taste is of the person that you're sending this to. So let's begin. So I'm going to pop this to one side. I'm only really going to give you the ingredients for the base of the chocolate mixture, and then the rest you'll see we're just going to put in little bits by hand and you will decide what you like. So I'm going to begin. Now, to start with, I have to talk about chocolate. When you're making something like this, it's really important to use a really good chocolate. I use the Callebeaut and I'm using the white chocolate, and I'll be using the milk chocolate. Massively recommend these. When you break them down, they seem expensive because you buy them in bulk, but when you break them down, they're actually the same price as just the chocolate chips that you get from the supermarket, and this is so much better. We are going to take white chocolate, pop it over a bain-marie of boiling water, as well as milk chocolate, again over a bain-marie of, well, I say boiling, simmering water. So I brought it to the boil and it's now simmering away. And we are just going to let that go on there. We're also going to add some golden syrup, which I've melted, and some butter that is slightly melted as well. And we're going to pop those in as well to each one. There we go. And there we go. We're just going to leave it there for the moment, just so that it begins to melt up a little bit. We don't want this to go above 43 degrees. It shouldn't do. It should start melting there at around about 36, 37. It's boring for you. I'm going to turn you off and I'm going to stir this. Okay, I'm nearly there. So I've got this zappy thing and I just want to zap this in just to make sure. Now I'm at 32 there at the moment and I'm very nearly done. So just give that a little bit of a rinse around, a spin around, and I'd say I'll be about another 2 minutes and I'll be able to take it off. Okay, so I've removed mine at 37 and just gonna leave it and not stir it around there too much, because I just want it to melt, and the heat that's in there is just gonna make that melt down. If you stir it around, you're incorporating loads of air and it's gonna stop that melt quite so much. So I'm just gonna leave that there for around about a minute. So I've got various different things here. So I've got some Christmas mix. If you on my channel, I have a chocolate biscuit cake, which is a Christmas one, and it is so good. And we put some spices in there and some fruit, and it's really, really nice. So I've got some fruit here. I've got some little jellies there, marshmallows. I've got crunchy, lovely, Kit Kat, Aero, cookies, Oreo, and chocolate digestives. So we've just got a little bit of everything. Right, I'm going to give this a stir. Gently. Especially with the white, because the white likes to seize. Now, if it does seize, which means that's beautiful. There you go. If you vigorously stir this now, the cocoa butters come out of it, and looks like there's oil across the top. If that does happen, just make sure that you just don't panic. Get yourself a tablespoon of cold milk, pour it over the top, and stir it and stir it and stir it and stir it, and it does come back, I promise you. Right, so we're going to start to pour this in. I have got these silicone ones here. I will put a link. I got them from Amazon. I will put that in. Right, fill these up to about just over a half full. Now I'm only going to do the 4 on each because I've already got some there, but I will give you the right quantities to make around about 6 to 7 of each of these. So pop that on the top there and move that over, and then we're going to do the same with the white chocolate. which again, like I said, is thicker. So it kind of goes in a little bit easier. Lovely. Now we get to fill. So, start with your biscuit, because obviously it is biscuit. Bring this in. So I'm going to take some of the Oreos, and then we're just going to take them in and push them down like this, okay? The reason I've put it in first is because I want that lovely sheen, that around the outside to be completely chocolate and not biscuit coming through. And sometimes with biscuit cake, that can be an issue. Right, oh. So in then with that. Okay, so I just realised that the Wi-Fi dropped out and I finished these and I was talking to myself, not you. So I've made another 2 of each at the back just to show you. So I've filled those to just over half with the chocolate, and then I'm going to put in some biscuit and just push it down. The 2 opposite have to be the same. Okay, so only put enough in, nothing can come across over the top here. And then on this one, I'm going to put in some aero. So I'm just going to cut up this aero because everything needs to be really small. There we go. Oreo and aero. Yum. Okay, so that's in. And a bit more. Into the other one. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so that's how you fill that. Then what you do is you go back in with this leftover chocolate that you've got, and you pop that across the top of each one. Oops. There we go. And take your palette knife and then just bring it all across so that it's completely flush. Okay, I melted some chocolate, making sure again that you don't go above that 43 degrees because it might burn. Right, and we're just gonna pour it across. And this is going to give us a really, really smooth top to allow these to join nicely. So, there we go. Push in what's around the outside. Forgetting these 2 back ones because they're just the extra ones just to show you I did that. So these are absolutely 100% smooth, as you can see, and this is exactly the way you want them to be. None of this should be poking through. I've got a slight little bit, but it's not coming over and above, and that's really important. So I'm going to go on and do the very same thing there with the white. They are done. So we've got that lovely chocolate biscuit cake underneath, and then we've covered it over with just that really nice melted chocolate, just so that we're going to be able to stick them together. These now need to go into the fridge for around about an hour and a half, and then we'll pop them out, stick them together, and then we'll be able to see that they look just like that. So time to clean up, and I'll be back to you in about an hour and a half when these have gone harder. Okay? See you in a bit. Right, okay, these are out. So they've been in for a little while. I've got a tin in the oven, which I'll get out in a minute, just letting that heat up so that we can melt these. So let's get these out. You just pop the back, look at that. Look at the shine on it as well. Really lovely. do now is wait for the oven there to heat that tin up. I recommend putting on some gloves. Now, just while we're waiting for that, I am going to show you what I have done with this. So, I am about to do this as a tutorial, and these two will go up at the same time together. So this is an alternative thing. You can put these in the terrace chocolate orange moulds, which I will do a few of those fondant figures. I've got a snowman on my page already. And once you put these two together, I've then made this bauble, and I will have a tutorial and show you how you can do this. This is a lovely individual gift for somebody. You can put the acetate around it and a lovely big bow, and that would be gorgeous. So I've actually made that with all chocolate, so that is chocolate modelling paste on the top as well, and then obviously you've got the chocolate inside, again all using the Callebeaut. So let's see how warm this is. Now I am going to pop gloves on for this. Take out my tin, take these and just pop them across the top. They'll start to melt quite quickly. Lift them and stick them. Put your finger and thumb either side and just swirl around there and drop that down. Okay, so then we'll do these. And there we are. So there are our beautiful chocolate balls. Look at those. Look at the shine on that as well. Absolutely gorgeous. So they are chocolate biscuit cake balls. I'll try and come up with some other ideas of what you can do with them, and I hope you really, really like these, and you can flavour them with whatever you like. So I will see you very soon. Look out for this and take care. Bye bye.